I just have a couple of quick questions. Who will be developing this mental health screening and the language in the mental health screening?
ISB will be procuring a universal mental health screening tool that school districts will have the option to use, but they will also have the option not to use that tool that ISB has procured, and they will maintain the option to procure their own tool at the district level.
Okay, so the school district will have the availability to use whatever mental health screening they feel is appropriate to that school district?
Yes. I want to point out a nuance here, Rep. Yes, they will. If they use the tool that ISB procures, it will be free to the school districts. There could be a cost if they go out and find their own tool that costs money. There might be other mental health screenings out there that there is no cost. I'm not an expert on every single mental health screening out there in the world.
Okay, thank you. Now it also says, in consultation with the Children's Behavioral Health Transformation Team of the Office of the Governor, will they be assisting ISB?
Yes, they've been working with ISB, and in fact, all our 6 child-serving agencies on the much larger Illinois Children's Behavioral Health Transformation Initiative for the past few years. Okay.
And you had said that, like my son or daughter could opt out of this mental health screening. How will that be made available to me as a parent to know that my child is going to have a mental health screening at their school?
That's a great question. And I'm going to be very, very clear about this. So for the school districts that aren't doing this already, when this officially comes online from the state's perspective, every single school district will have to have an opt-out policy that you're aware of. The nuances of exactly how that policy will be communicated to parents and guardians will be up to the school district.
Okay, that particular portion of the bill does concern me quite a bit, because there could be a situation where I'm not made aware in a timely manner, or not made aware, don't really know what's going on with this mental health screening, and my kids are not going to come to me and say, hey, Dad, they want to do a mental health screening on me tomorrow, and then tell me what's going on. That's not going to happen. So my concern is we have another state agency, especially with how volatile the issues are, very contentious issues on social issues that, some parents might have moral issues with questions that are being asked of their children. And I just have some major issues with that. Like the previous speaker said, it should be an opt-in. And I'm also concerned, I guess one last question. Will these mental health evaluation questions, will they be made available to the parent via website, anything from the schools before that they're administered to the children?
It's a screening, not an assessment
or
an evaluation. There's been a lot of contention about that, so I just want to be clear every time I can. So a few things in response to that question. The nuances of that, well, let me back up. So that larger topic will be addressed in the model policy coming from ISB. But just like I said, in terms of the nuances of the opt-out policy, that will be addressed at the local school district level. They will have specific policies related to that.
Okay. Will the readout...
Please bring your remarks to a close.
Yep, last question, Mr. Speaker. Will the readout of what transpired, what my child is asked, and my child's answers, will that be made available to the parents?
So it's a simple question, but there's not a simple answer. We do have laws on the books in Illinois today that kids 12 and over can seek mental health treatment without their parent or guardians being notified. That is current law today in Illinois. So as you can see, that law is going to intersect here with the students that are being screened who are over 12 years old. Okay. Will parents be able to get the results of the mental health screenings for sure for kids younger than that? Those policies will be worked out at the local school district level.
Okay. Thank you. This is a very dangerous piece of legislation that removes parental rights, and I'd like to ask for a verification, please. Thank you.